Treason and war. That's what we're going to discuss in today's episode. Welcome back, my friends. This is Dustin Nemos of the Nemos News Network, and we're going to discuss these and more right after a short word from our Patriot sponsors. See you on the other side.
There was a time when I had my head in the sand. Then I found out that power players pass lies for truth and truth for lies, especially in areas of life and health. I used to stay quiet, and now I speak up. I red pill my family, I red pill my friends, and I support redpillliving.com. Red Pill Living has real health products that support longevity, vitality, and detoxification against the deep state attacks on your health. It's redpillliving.com. Wake up, stand up, speak up.
Now, our warm-up today is going to be discussing Hustler magazine sending Congress a special Christmas card depicting the graphic assassination of President Trump. You can see it right here. Blood draining out, bullet holes, Trump-like figure with his tongue lolled out of his face, and a Merry Christmas figure. And then the same figure on the other side of the card says, "I just shot Donald Trump on Fifth Avenue and no one arrested me." Being very smart ass. But anyway, so this is Hustler, and obviously this is, at the very least, a very bad joke. At the most, this is a threat. I mean, if anything, this is encouraging it through violent rhetoric. And we know how the fake news media already like to bird whistle to the low-hanging fruit on the left anyway, the crazies that, you know, they hear something like hashtag hunt Republicans, and then they go out and shoot up people like Scalise. So you know that there are some that take it as more than a joke. Now, we also have a breaking exclusive on the Gateway Pundit here. Obama's Assistant Defense Secretary, Evelyn Farkas, pictured in Ukraine in Burisma outfit with the Atlantic Council. Wow. So here she is walking with John Herbst, Director of Atlantic Council, Eurasia Center, and she's wearing a Burisma jacket. That's very strange, and they're at the drill site. So, I mean, are these guys actually doing any work for the U.S. government, or do they just basically go in there under guise of office to sell us out to foreign nations and then get a kickback for it? That seems to be what this is all about, and at least part of it, obviously, and there's a lot of it. We've now got connections to Pelosi through her son, to Biden through his son, to Obama through various staff. So it's getting kind of weird, right? We also have Secretary Pompeo reasserting and reinforcing what we already knew and had already reported on, that John Kerry was secretly meeting with Iranian officials to salvage Iran's nuclear weapons program behind our back, behind President Trump's back, whereas he's the one who sets our foreign policy. This shadow diplomacy, the same thing Obama was doing, going around behind President Trump, trying to undo what he was, the deals he was making. Remember, he was following him around for a while. Well, now we have maybe what we'll see is the first potential actual charge of what's it called? There's a special act, the Hatch Act, I believe. No, the Logan Act in this case. So the Logan Act is what Secretary of State Mike Pompeo said Trump's claim that John Kerry violated the Logan Act is true. So, you know, we know that he's violated it. Are they going to arrest him for it? Are they going to actually put him in prison for a couple of years for it? Now, it's never been done before, but obviously what he's doing is wrong and very irregular. They're trying to resist President Trump, obviously. So that's treason. I mean, you could call it a violation of the Logan Act, sure, but it's also treason. So, if anything, this would be a slap on the hand compared to what John Kerry should be getting. Now, strangely, we're going to kind of segue into some other stuff here. Hillary Clinton was appointed the Chancellor of Queen's University in Belfast. I don't know why, but apparently it's a multi-year role, 5 years role, effective as of January the 1st, 2020. I don't get this. I don't know why she would possibly have taken this position. I don't know if that means she is or is not going to run for president. Hopefully not. But this is just strange. Maybe it's an attempt to protect or insulate her from what is coming, which is, of course, arrest and treason charges for what she's done. Now, we also have, and you've probably already heard about this, a top Iranian commander killed in an airstrike at Baghdad's international airport. This was a surprise attack, opportunity strike. They're of course blaming the U.S. and probably was us. I mean, President Trump even tweeted out a flag, which we'll get to in a bit, right after this hit was done. But we got General Qasem Soleimani, I hope I'm saying that right. However, this was a really bad guy, possibly responsible for hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of deaths, and basically a war criminal, and also the top military guy in Iran. So this was a very powerful reaction to what just happened with our embassy. And of course, President Trump tweeting out the flag right afterwards. So it's just our way of being smart ass back to these guys, because there are consequences for messing with the United States, and we won't have Benghazis. We will actually fight back as necessary and protect our own. So, President Trump reacted strong, and he protected our troops at the embassy, and he then reacted and took out an enemy leader preemptively, is what they're saying, before he did other things, possibly even try to take over Iraq. And Iranians even are thanking President Trump using the hashtag TNX, thanks POTUS for Soleimani. That's a hard name. Anyway, so, there's a lot of anti-regime sentiment in Iran, and President Trump has been stroking that from afar by, offering his condolences and sympathy and solidarity with especially the women, but the protesters in Iran in general, but especially the women that are trying to get their rights back and try to unveil themselves without going to prison or be killed for it. Many brave women over there. And of course, the feminists in the U.S., they're too busy worrying about, insane things that make no sense and man bashing. So continuing on, we also have the Iranian leader vowing vengeance on the killers of Soleimani. And of course, we know that, they're already trying to mess with us anyway. It's not like they're going to do anything more already. We may have some retaliatory terrorist attacks, things like that, because that's about the only effective thing that they can get away with. It's harder for the military to do stuff about it when they sneak in people and go after civilians. Military U.S. targets are too strong. Our military is very strong right now. Now, we also have, before the U.S. drone strike, there was fear that this guy, Soleimani, the one that was taken out, was in Iraq to lead a coup, and maybe even to take over not only the U.S. Embassy, but the actual government by arresting President Salih. So this is, probably why he was taken out, and that's probably why they were saying that it was not retaliatory even, but preemptive, to avoid something in the future that he was about to do. Now, interestingly, not only have we had several Democrats come out and try to bash President Trump for this wonderful thing that he just did, we also had some of these folks that were involved in the raid having been to President Obama's White House in the past. One of them was even a terrorist leader who had met with Obama in the White House in the past, who's now arrested, Hadid al-Amari, Hadid al-Amari. Now, the BADR core chief and terror leader. Wow. So we have a couple of more things I want to discuss. This one is good. President Trump tweets pic of American flag after top Iran commander killed in airstrike. But the flag that he tweeted out, this is identical, I think, to the flag that Q himself has posted many times on the Q boards. So I think Matrix actually broke down each example of how they had seen this in the past. But that's just one more example of President Trump linking to the Q movement more openly in the last couple of weeks. He's being very brazen about it now, very much in the face of the fake news, and that's triggering them in a big way. Brian Stelter came on and really bashed President Trump for resharing QAnon accounts, things like that. And then, lo and behold, we have an article on Alternet. Trump tweets message of support for deranged QAnon. I can't watch it because I'm conspiracy theorist after FBI labels group a terrorism threat. First of all, the FBI, that's not exactly what happened. Okay. First of all, it was like a small field office that wanted to try to apply this label. And secondly, there's no evidence to base that in or anything like that. That was just an attempt that the media ran with, like, oh, the FBI has now condemned QAnon and things like that. You have to look into this context more. In fact, Antifa are the actual terrorist group, having committed over 500 acts of violence since President Trump was elected. So that's it for today. I wanted to share these things with you guys. And before I go, I wanted to add one other thing. At Red Pill Living, we're actually doing a special sale. Okay, so here we are. This is what I wanted to share with everyone. This is a new product at redpillliving.com, which is our sponsor. Now, typically, Red Pill Living does health and supplements and wellness and information, that kind of thing. Things like Carbon Shield 60, which is our flagship C60 product. If you guys haven't heard about C60 yet, I highly recommend that you do some research on it. The short version is that it doubled the lifespan in rats when they were trying to actually poison the rats. And that study has led to many other interesting studies, including hair regrowth of 16% in one study, wrinkle repair, which is noticeable on the control half of the face. They did a controlled group where the ladies did C60 oil on half and then non-C60 oil on the other half. But after a couple of months, they noticed the wrinkle reduction on the half that had the carbon 60. So the most powerful antioxidant in the world, by the way, and that helps explain its rejuvenating and protective abilities. And there were other interesting things like acne reduction, 86%. And, I'm not making any claims, but this is what some of the initial studies have shown, and it's worth doing some research on. Now, one of those particular studies there, the beauty and wrinkle repair factor, that particular study, which is linked on our website as well, was really fascinating for us because we knew that carbon 60 is something that most people have never even heard of. I think it's the most exciting thing that's happened to medicine since antibiotics or penicillin was discovered. But I think this is going to be an even bigger breakthrough, even than CBD and things like that, when people catch on to it. But no one's really figured out how to apply this new technology to a beauty product yet. There's a few people trying out different things now, but we did something a little bit different. We actually went to one of the leading European brands for beauty and cosmetic skincare products, Akasha. Now, Akasha actually is known for really high-end products. It's really expensive to get this in Europe and in Asia especially. But we reformulated what they already have, which are the highest level products and ingredients. And in Germany, where they're based, there's actually like rules and laws around using words like organic in your cosmetics. Okay, that's not true in the U.S. And for over here in the U.S., you can get away with saying anything is in that bottle of makeup or that lotion or any of those cosmetic external things because there's no real rules around it. It's not true in Germany, so there's actual rules that reinforce some of the things that we're claiming about the product. But anyway, so the ingredients are the best out there. We found something that was really good, amazing, great, well-reviewed, kind of expensive, but really well worth it, beauty cream in Europe. And we knocked the price way down, and we added Carbon Shield 60 to it. So you're going to then get the benefit of the wrinkle reduction from Carbon 60, the world's top antioxidant, on top of all of the other beauty ingredients that are in this. So we called it Time Stop. Hopefully you'll enjoy the name as well. And it is, it's geared as a beauty cream, but it works well for scalps and things like that. Or, you could even apply it for acne because people are using it for that as well because of like I said, the study for that. Now, beyond, we could look into body lotions and things like that if people want us to as well. This is more of like a facial cream. It doesn't take very much at all, so a little bit goes a very long way. I hope you guys will enjoy it and let me know what you think as well. But there is a special sale since we just got it stocked for the first time, and it's exciting, and we're going to try to share that with you guys. So Time Stop 15, you get 15% off the new Time Stop product. I'm hoping that people will enjoy this and share it with their friends, and it will change their lives. That's what C60 and Carbon Shield 60 have done for me. In fact, some of the benefits you don't get to hear about are things like having more energy and a better immune system and less carpal tunnel pain or arthritis, things like that. And even just in working out, having a slower, not a slower, but a faster recovery time after a workout. So you're back on your feet sooner. just it's very interesting. It protects you from free radicals better than anything else out there. And, I could go down the list and talk about carbon 60 all day, but Time Stop itself is a revolutionary product. It's the first of its kind. It is a high-end cosmetic grade product of real ingredients that are backed by actual laws and by science. And then it's also added to Carbon Shield 60, our flagship fullerene product. So, if you haven't done the research yet, I encourage it. This product could change your life. Anyway, I'll shut up now. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you for letting me plug. This is how we fund the show. So sometimes we just have to. And, that's the nature of the game. We don't have big drug companies playing ads on our shows the way CNN does, for example. So we'll see you guys on the next one. Dustin Amos out.